What's up guys, Average Gear Reviewer here, and in this video I'm going to go over something controversial. This is going to be my 5 least carried knives for this year. And the last one, stick around to the end because the last one's going to surprise you. Let's get into it. The best gear is the gear you have on you. What's up guys, Average Gear Reviewer here, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. I don't know if this is your first video. If it's your first video, thanks for stopping by. If you're a returning viewer, hey, thanks for coming back. I appreciate the support, guys. You guys are great. I did want to say again in this video, we just hit 150 subs, which is huge for us. So we're super thankful to everybody for subscribing. We love you guys, and this is why we make the content. Like I said, this video may be a little bit controversial. You know, this is going to be my 5 least carried knives for this year, and it's just the knives that for whatever reason didn't make it into my pocket, and the reasons are really varied on these. Stick around to the last one because it may really surprise you which knife it is, and it's already showed up in another one of my lists, so it might be a bit of a shocker on that one. Let's say I'm going to get into the first knife here. The first knife that made the list is the Eafengrow EF335. This is actually my first unboxing video was on the EF335 and the EF55. And I'm not gonna just drag this knife in the video. It just really didn't make it into my pocket. It's a very big knife. I mean, you know, I've got big hands, guys, and this in my hands is a big knife. So, you know, it's just not something that I would use as pretty much as like an EDC knife. The other main reason that this knife didn't make it into my pocket is this pocket clip is so hard to get onto anything that I just ended up not carrying it. And the problem that I had with it, and I don't know if this is anything that anybody's addressed in their videos, I tried to adjust the hardware on the clip, and there's these little rings. Let me see if I can get it here close enough where you can see it. There's these little rings that hold these screws in. You have to have a special tool to turn these, but that's okay. They send it to you with the knife, so no problem there. But when I went to adjust it, this little ring split. And so I just didn't feel comfortable adjusting it anymore after that point. And so to me, something I can't clip on my pocket to carry in my pocket, it's just I don't know, it's a non-starter for me. I would almost prefer to just take the clip off and maybe put a lanyard on it. That might be worth considering. It's a really cool knife, a D2 steel blade. It's got G10 handles. You know, it's got a really nice flipper on it. It's got kind of graduated tabs there. It's almost like looks like a pyramid. Got very nice finger control. The ergos of the knife are really great. But the problem is the pocket clip is just so bad. And I feel like I'm going to break it if I try to adjust it anymore. So to me, the EF335 is the first knife on my list of knives that just didn't make it into my pocket this year. The second knife, and I'm going to say at the outset, I love Oknifes. I don't have a problem with them. But this particular model, the Mettle, it just did not find its way into my pocket. There's nothing wrong with this knife, guys. I can't really say anything bad about it. I'm not a huge fan of the button lock, and maybe that's why. I did get several knives around the time I got this one, so maybe I just didn't give it a fair shake. It's a really nice little knife. There's nothing wrong with it. 154 cm steel, you know, good tool steel, nice aluminum handles. The ergos on it are pretty good. I don't know. It's just something about it. It just did not make it into my pocket this year. So that's number 2 on the 5 knives that did not make it into my pocket. The fourth one is the Byrd Caracara. This used to be my pretty much my everyday driver as far as a backup knife. If you're you know carrying right-handed, you want to have something maybe in your offhand pocket, you know, as an option. if you can't get to the right side. So this is what I would call a backup blade, combat blade, and the Car 2 was my preferred carry for a long time. Stainless steel, you can't really go wrong with it. It does still have the Spyderco, pretty much all the Spyderco knives, which if you don't know, Byrd is made by Spyderco. I believe this is a copy. It's Byrd's version of the Spyderco police model. And it does have, you can carry it 4 different ways: tip up, tip down, right or left-handed. So that's great for left-handed, offhand carry. The manipulation of the knife, I've never been a huge fan of. It's just a little hard to flip, and then it has this lock back here. That's a super good lockup, but the problem is it takes a second to put it away. And you can drop it. It's cut out for your finger right here, so you can drop it right there, but it just, I don't know. I got a much better knife, and this one was out of my pocket really quickly, so I could say I don't carry. This one just didn't get a lot of pocket time. No shade on the knife itself. It just, it got replaced. So what can you do? Just if anybody's curious, what I'm carrying now in the left pocket is the Microtech MSI. I actually have it on me right now. So that's one that has ultimately replaced that knife. We've got number 4 on the list is the Typheous. Well, actually, this is a Civivi version. Sorry, this is a Civivi Typheous. My bad. It ain't Wii. It's not a Wii. Don't crucify me. This knife is super cool. I'm a big fan of what they did with this. I was actually looking for some sort of push dagger to carry, or maybe put on a gun belt, and I got one of these thinking it would be just perfect. The problem is you can't carry it in the sheath that it comes in, and I can't find a replacement sheath for it. And maybe they'll come out with one, and then this will might hop off of this list. But there's not a way really to carry it left-handed, and so for me, this one I just didn't get any carry time with. And it's nothing against the knife itself. It's a super cool little knife. If you haven't got your hands on one, they're worth buying just for the novelty of the fact that it's a transforming knife. And not a lot of those out there right now. I know the Riot XOK is sort of like a transforming karambit type knife that looks like it would just literally slice your fingers off. So I can't wait to get my hands on one of those. So yeah, the Typheous just didn't make it into my pocket this year. The last knife, it's going to surprise you guys, and I don't think anybody's going to expect this to be the next knife. Hey guys, Average Gear Reviewer here. Just wanted to hop on real quick and say thanks for watching the video so far. Consider leaving a like if you've liked the content. Give us a subscribe. Go down there and subscribe if you like the content. I'm telling you, we got great stuff coming out for 2024. You ain't seen nothing yet. So, and we are still doing free subscriptions. So, hop on that while we can still give them away. And let's get on with the video. Okay guys, so without further ado, let's get to the last knife on my 5 least carried knives list. This really is, please nobody take this seriously. This doesn't mean that I don't like this knife. I love this knife, and I think anybody that's watched any of my videos knows that I am in love with this knife. But I have to be honest, the Flytanium Arcade has not gotten a lot of pocket love. I have to say, I've taken it out for videos, and I've recorded with it. I've carried it a little bit around the house, but it's my precious. It's my precious baby. I don't want anything to happen to it. So this has probably been my least carried knife of this year, to be honest. And for the fact that I just recently got it. So, it's not like I've had it all year and I just didn't carry it at all. I can promise you it will be getting some pocket love in 2024. You can bet on that. The Flytanium Arcade is an amazing knife. If you haven't watched my unboxing of that, go check that out. It's a pretty good, just quick little overview of the knife and a little bit of history with Flytanium. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's my 5 least carried knives for 2023, and the reasons that they are not, making it into my pockets. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope maybe you saw a new knife that you hadn't seen before. I hope maybe you saw something that made you think. I hope you saw something on here that made you go, hey, why'd you put that knife on there? That's my favorite knife. You know, let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below. This is just my opinion, and like I said, most of these knives, I love them. There's literally, you know, very little wrong with them except for maybe a notable exception. I do have a video coming up on this knife where I'm going to go over what I really think about it. I'm going to force myself to carry it a little bit just so I can give you a good review on it. But that's going to be my next knife review coming up. It's going to be on the EF335. And yeah, guys, Happy New Year. I hope everybody's had a great 2023. Thanks for watching. Average Gear Reviewer is out of here. Hey, thanks for watching and really appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and consider subscribing for more content. Leave a comment down below. It really helps us grow the channel. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Average Gear Review and on Twitter at average_gear.